this link, right? I'm sure you received this link as well, and it says Uber Yearbook Class of 22, right? The Uber magic you know and love wouldn't exist without exceptional drivers and couriers. The first ever Uber Yearbook highlights some of these special folks, and we hope you have the chance to meet them. So every one of these individuals used in this advertising campaign, I'm not going to be, no low blows, no sarcasm here, right? Rich is in the house. Congratulations on making the yearbook. Every one of these individuals in their own right obviously deserves to be in this yearbook, and we're going to go through them. But what I find sad, and I'm not sure if Lazar Bedri agreed to this, and I'm not sure if Barbara Watkins agreed to this, and I'm not sure if this gorgeous lady Tanaya White agreed to this, and I'm not sure if Shalana Moses agreed to this with Uber, and I'm not sure if Michael Fry agreed to this. I'm not sure if Tammy Rivera agreed to this. I'm not even sure if Terry Smith, Debbie Baker, or Justin Layton agreed to this. I'm not too sure if Fatu Kisoko, Robert Moore, Brandon Lacey agreed to this. And I'm not sure if Azabuik Unumweri, and I know that's Nigerian, Lorraine Williams, Bruce Smith agreed to this. But their faces, ladies and gentlemen, were used, right? And I'm not sure they agreed to this. It was used to promote upfront pricing, right? Because Uber is trying to sell you so badly this upfront pricing in the most positive light. But I tell you straight up that 95% of the drivers that have engaged with Uber upfront pricing, that have engaged with Uber Ride, have written to me, and I go by percentages, I look at data, 95% think this is a big con and a very sly, slick way of Dara Khosrowshahi to even pay less, thinking that we fools and going to accept these upfront fares and radar trips, etc., etc. But they use these individuals to sell that service, right? And I'm not making this up, and I'm not sure if they know that they've agreed to this, but they say we aim to celebrate drivers and delivery people every day and at every turn. I agree with that, right? They should be celebrated. Uber doesn't celebrate them. Uber doesn't pay them, and Uber doesn't celebrate them. That's why we've spent the last few years, listen to what Uber says. That's why we've spent the last few years refocusing our efforts to innovate for them, with our goal to make Uber the best platform for flexible work in the world. We've just announced some key new features that are a direct result. They say this is a direct result of understanding and investing in their experience. As if this is what we wanted, ladies and gentlemen. As if, oh, we've listened to you. We've created these crew teams. We're using all these wonderful individuals here, and we listened to you, and guess what we came out with? We came out with this innovative idea called Uber Upfront Pricing and Radar. It has nothing to do with us. I can absolutely assure you, Dara Khosrowshahi and all those other trash executives that work at Uber, this is not what we wanted. No driver wants to receive less pay. No rider wants to be conned, either to pay more or to receive less. And here you are packaging up this thing, and you're sending out this email to millions of drivers, right? Introducing these people, and they need to be introduced. And by the way, these people should not be driving for Uber. They should all have, this guy should have his own limousine company, and like me, should have 58 vehicles leased out and 58 drivers for him, right? This is a high caliber individual here. Lazar Bedri, he is the longest tenure, right? He's been with Uber since 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, right? We should celebrate this individual. He has not been deactivated, and he's been driving for them for 11 years. the longest serving driver. But Lazar, I'm not sure if you signed off, or if you got paid for this, or if you agreed to this, that Uber used your face in a marketing campaign to promote upfront fares. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. I just want to bring it to your attention, right? Now, Barbara Watkins, what do we know about this lady, right? What do we know about her? People are always surprised that I'm still working at 78, but I like to keep very active with Uber. I can set my own hours and ride my horse, Tycoon, in my spare time. She is young at heart. She's a great spirit. You should be driving your own limousine, right? This beautiful lady over here, Tanaya White, African-American lady, she says, this is the coolest side hustle. No matter what, always be kind. I agree with that. That's a motto I apply as an Uber Eats courier. She's a model, she's a businesswoman, and a friend, right? Now, I can tell you what, this is a high caliber, smart, wonderful lady, right? But does she know that Uber is using her face and her achievement to try and sell something that is so bait and switch? They're using your face to sell upfront pricing. And if I click right underneath this big banner that they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on, right? There it is right there, only on Uber. You click on that, and where does it go? Oh, hang on. We have announced upfront fares, right? So that's where it clicks through to tonight. I just wanted you to know that is what they are using your face for. And I hope they're paying you well, because, you know, people do think that these types of achievements are cool. I do. And I'm not being sarcastic here. I think these individuals are remarkable in their own right, right? So Shalana Moses has the most trips. Apparently this chick here has the most trips. And she says, students from the University of Alabama call me Mama C. The passion I have for driving with Uber came from them. So apparently she has the most trips on Uber. I'd want to know the number. But again, Shalana Moses, do you know that Uber is using your face to promote upfront fares? And upfront fares, what is upfront fares about? It's about paying the driver less. It's a new way to market themselves to make more earnings for their investors, have you earn less, take more from the driver, make bigger margins, no accountability between rider and driver because you cannot see the breakdown anymore. You have now an upfront fare that makes no sense. And your face is being used to market it. Dietmar Stahl is in the house. Dietmar Stahl, wie geht es dir? My German friend from LA. I have greatest admiration for Dietmar. He's a hard worker and a lot of good input. We also have Uber Jeep Arizona in the house. We have Felix Almont in the house. We have Gregory Chait in the house. We've got Boxer Boy in the house. We have IQ Boy in the house. We've got Asa from the high desert. I welcome you all. We've got Di Guerrero in the house. So the next person is Michael Fry. They say he has the best music. What does Michael Fry have to say? He says musical passenger goals, Dr. Dre or Kanye West. Okay. And he's from San Diego, California. And I am sure this guy, he looks like a really cool dude with his hat. I am sure I would love to be in his car and listen to his selection of music because that is how he got the award. But Michael, please understand something. Uber is using your face in this marketing campaign to sell upfront pricing. Kraken's in the house. I salute you all. Now, the next lady, Tammy Rivera, there she is. What award does she get? She gets the most beloved community member. Okay, and let's see what it says. She says, during COVID, brought hospital workers meals from local restaurants for 300 nights in a row. That's remarkable, right? And nothing but gratitude, right? I think I've read up about this lady. I think she made the news before, right? Tammy, that is wonderful. The world needs more humans like you. But I also want you to know, Tammy, that your face, your achievements are being used here by Uber to sell millions of drivers on this new thing called upfront fares, which really, really screws over drivers, right? So we have to shut this down. I'm already organizing this petition with the Minister of Transportation. We shouldn't be toggling with our phone or trying to hit these buttons because we have milliseconds to make decisions while we are driving. It's too dangerous. And this is what they're promoting. They're using your remarkable achievements, right, to promote something that is so malicious and dangerous. So I would write to them and say, I kindly request that you remove, right, the upfront fares and not use my face, my name in conjunction with something that is highly dangerous. Now, the next guy here is Terry Smith. Where is he? There he is. He's the funniest driver. So he got like the funniest driver award, right? Would I like to drive with the guy? Absolutely. I want to find out why this dude is the funniest driver. He's a retired high school principal who's turned Uber comedian, right? Then we have Debbie Baker. She's the most champagne deliveries, right? She's delivered the most champagne. I don't know how she does it, but she did it, right? And then we have this guy here. This guy is interesting. This guy is from Vegas. His name's Justin Layton, and he has the coolest car, right? He drives people in a Ferrari 458. Now, it's a car I've driven before. It is a stunning car. It is a beautiful car. But why on earth are you using it for Uber, dude? Right? I would hope you have your own limousine company, the way you dressed up, the way you look, swag, you know, sell that Rari and turn it into 4 or 5 limousines, my friend. You're in the right city, but, you know, maybe that Ferrari gets him lucky, right? He drives around and does a lot of business networking. I don't know in what category they put it in. Hopefully they put it in Lux and don't put your Ferrari in UberX. But, you know, he apparently has the coolest car on Uber. He has a Ferrari 458. And I asked you, Justin Layton, do you know that Uber is using your name and your coolest car award to sell people, to market upfront fares? Did you know that? Right? Because it's right underneath. This goes out to millions of people, and right underneath, I'm not making this shit up. There it is. We've just announced some new key features that apparently you guys wanted, right? It says there, right? That this is what we wanted. I don't know if this guy wants upfront fares with his Ferrari 458. Right? So the next lady here is Fatu Kisoko, and she has the highest ratings. Right now assume she has 4,000 5-star ratings. I salute you, lady. That is hard to do. She has 4,000 5-star ratings, apparently the highest rated driver. You should have your own limousine service. And any one of these individuals, I would give you a free code to my private chauffeur course, because that's really who you are, right? What you are not is a face and a name and an achievement that Uber should use to con millions of other drivers. I just think that's wrong. And I want you guys individually to think about that, right? Yes, you made it into the yearbook. Yes, I salute you. Yes, you are the GOAT. You are the GOAT. But you are being used in a campaign. Robert Moore has the most tips. How do you get the most tips? You have to offer immaculate platinum service. He knows what he's doing. This guy should have, like me, a limousine service with 58 different vehicles, right? You know, leasing out a vehicle at $550 a week. Do the math, ladies and gentlemen. And you're getting 20% from every one of your drivers, right? That you send trips to. And you're doing your own trips, $500 to $2,500 a day. Do the math. That's you, my friend, right? But they are using you. So I always look for ways to help my riders, he said. And I really, if I had a hat, I would take it off to this guy. because someone who has the most tips is probably one of the world's best private drivers and chauffeurs. Get into that business ASAP. So, and he's from Asheville, North Carolina. Hit me up. I want to give you a free code, dude. Brandon Lacey is a city hopper. Has delivered Uber Eats in 8 cities, right? So not loyal to a city. He's a city hopper. Goes, delivers that city, that city, that city. Probably all big cities. I salute you, right? So this guy's from Washington, D.C. I can see he's from Nigeria. He's the favorite Uber Eats meal, African fufu with goat meat soup. Has done the most deliveries. I salute you. You should open up your own delivery company. You know all the ins and outs. Scott Tucker's in the house. Creakin's in the house. Now, Lorraine Williams is the greenest driver. See the color green? She's the greenest driver. I rent a Tesla through Hertz partnership. She probably has the most green trips under her belt. I salute you, but you should have a fleet of Teslas, your own fleet. You should have your own fleet of limousines. I teach you how to do that on Gig Rocket. And don't, Lorraine and Brandon, don't let the company use your name in conjunction with a marketing campaign which is called Upfront Fares, right? And if you don't believe me, go and read the comments. I've made 3 or 4 consecutive videos in a row in the last 3 days, in the last 72 hours. 95% I've calculated say this is the absolute con, the BS of the most BS pilot program or algorithm that Uber has ever brought out, which is called upfront pricing or Uber Radar. It is the grandiose scheme to scam drivers and get the max out of them. And they're using your names to promote that. Don't forget that. If you don't want your name attached to Uber fares, let the company know, right? Bruce Smith has the longest trip. Bruce Smith drove 2 people, 2 cats, and 6 suitcases, 1,377 miles from New York to Florida. Now, that's remarkable. That's fantastic. Those people did not want to catch a plane, right? But apparently Uber cuts you off. I've seen it for myself, right? So why is Uber promoting a 1,377 mile trip when they cut you off after a few hundred miles? I did a long trip on Uber SUV once. I think I got $500-600, and then they cut it off, and then Uber sent me a message said he reached the max amount of miles. So why are they promoting this here as a major achievement? I mean, great work, fantastic work, right? But you, my friend, should have your own limousine service, and you, my friend Bruce, should not agree to have your face used to promote upfront fares, right? So who knows? Maybe you make the list next year, but as far as the Uber yearbook, this is again typical Uber strategy. Get a marketing company together, choose some beautiful looking people, diverse, different backgrounds, right? Different achievements. Make it look like, hey, we the company care about you. You are our rock stars. We really, really care about you, right? And in the meantime, let's slip in this marketing of Uber fares. This is why this email was sent out, to promote Uber fares and to make Uber fares more personal, to make Uber fares, Uber upfront fares, not Uber fares, but Uber upfront fares look more personal, more delicious to you, more appealing, right? This is why they did it. Upfront pay and no minutes, right? And you know, what's also misleading is give us the proper address. Give us a real address, not just a city like Los Angeles and two cross streets, right? LA is big. Where is this? Is this in Santa Monica? Okay, I'll take it. Is it in West LA? Okay, I'll take it. Is it in Beverly Hills? Okay, I'll take it. But if it's like in a specific area, maybe in the drug corridor of LA, right? Do you want to send someone there? They sent me there. I literally drove into a situation where I have 12 cop cars surrounding me. That's the situation Uber put me in, right? I learned from that. That was my own stupidity, right? But if I was using upfront fares, I wouldn't have been able to tell that apart, right? I would not have known where that address is, right? It was an SUV trip. So poker, brats in the house. Dietmar says Uber promised riders cheap rides on the driver's cost. We become volunteers. And every Uber rider and Lyft rider, right? Now that your rates have gone up and you're a little bit more upset about this, why don't you turn around next time and ask your driver, did you receive an upfront fare? If so, how much? Compare apples and oranges, ladies and gentlemen. Uber Jeep says you went into negative, you get a tax refund for running the AC. Works good in my city. What works? Upfront works good in your city. What city are you in? What city are you in? So I have a feeling that I've connected with this dude somewhere along the line, somewhere. And by the way, any one of these remarkable individuals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, any one of you, if you'd want to come on a live feed one-on-one with me on the Rideshare Professor channel and let me know a bit more about your achievement, if you want to talk about your achievement or explain to people how you got that achievement, I would be delighted. I would be grateful to have you on my show. I do want to remind you that they are using you in a marketing campaign. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. I'm not sure if you signed off on it. I'm not sure if you received a check, but they are using your pretty face, your achievements, they're using you to promote upfront fares. Jake's in the house. All right, so I will leave the link to the 2022 yearbook. If you are an eager beaver, if you are just dying to get into that yearbook, go and submit your stuff. But also know if there is a yearbook in 2023 and they send it out in 2023 or 2024, look for the subliminal marketing message underneath, right? Because they will always use your face and your achievement, the best of the best. And dude, you got to tell me the story about the Ferrari 458. I truly hope, right? I hope it's A in the Lux category, right? And whatever you're making on Lux, no matter what trip you're taking, it's not paying your expenses for a Ferrari, because I know what expenses a Ferrari has annually, right? From motor, mechanics, you name it, it's not a cheap car. So you cannot be running a profit. You must be doing something else, right? You're probably using that to promote real estate or something else. That is the story I want to hear from you, Mr. Ferrari 458, man. And Mr. Funny Guy, Funniest Driver, come on to my show. Tell us some jokes. Mrs. High Rating Lady, come on to our show and tell us how you get high ratings. Mr. Most Tips Guy, Robert Moore, come on to our show and explain to the people how you get tips. Everything you individuals do has fantastic value. We are not diminishing your achievements, right? We are highlighting your achievements. What I also want to highlight here is that you are being pawned off and used by Uber to promote something that is very, very evil, namely Uber fares. Right, Liam? So, are they paid actors? Says, it's interesting. Liam makes an announcement as my son Liam walks in through the door. All right, so jump onto GigRocket if you want to become a limo driver, private limo driver. I have a lot of people signing up there. The legal letters, as far as if you have been deactivated, let the legal team that I work with send out the legal appeal and get you back on the platform. Leonardo says, I think they are paid actors. Tax invoice for the course. Yeah, you can write that off as as an expense, right? You have the receipt. It's a marketing it's a marketing cost. You're investing into yourself. So yes, it is a tax write-off, especially once you formed your LLC. You can deduct that, right? Well, once you have your own private company and you've set up your LLC or your S corp, you can write off a ton of costs, right? When you're in rideshare, it's more. You have like a mileage, whether it's 58 cents, probably get the highest deduction there. But when you're actually running your own company, oh my God. You can write off, I can write off my phone, my this, my that, my office furniture, you name it, everything. The pinky swear already passed by, Sue. Yeah, remember the pinky swear? Oh my God, wasn't that the dumbest, like...
Blah, get the blah, blah, blah.
Right, the pinky swear. I've never heard so much crap in my life, right? I don't know who does their marketing, but... they have some interesting approaches, that's all I can say. Can you write off strippers if we got to take clients during a ride? Unfortunately not. Those people deserve a screaming goat, absolutely. Should we give them a screaming goat? Hell yeah! Screaming goat for all these achievers. Look, these are the top of the top in their class, no doubt about it, right? I mean, this guy has survived, the one guy here on the top has survived 11 years on the Uber platform, right? Hasn't been hijacked yet, hasn't been shot yet, hasn't been murdered yet. Probably has a crazy amount of trips, and he's still going, right? Still going, right? This lady here is the most trips. She drives people, you know, in Alabama by the college. I would hope those are decent college kids, right? I hope she doesn't get hijacked or shot. But she's done a lot of trips. Just decline an order for $8.55 for 23.7 miles. I mean, that's a slap in the face. I'm sorry. Right? Boxer Boy says Uber will sell, advertise, and market anything because it has nothing to sell. That's very true. Is Tammy a relative of Geraldo? Interesting. Could be, right? IQ Boy, BS, every clown gets on the yearbook because I'm in it. Are you in it, IQ Book? IQ Boy is in the yearbook. Jake Pippin says Craigslist ad looking for Uber. Oh, that was a good one, dude. That was a good one. Jake Pippins, I like it. He says Craigslist ad looking for Uber poses for high-end promotion, $10 per picture. We'll keep the tip. All right, my friends, a little bit of humor. You know, got to have our daily laugh, right? I mean, what is a day without a laugh? We have to laugh. And shout out to all of these individuals. I would definitely love to take a drive with every single one of them and see like how they live up to their title, right? But feel free to come on my show. Also feel free to write Dara or Uber if you did not know that your face was used in conjunction with a marketing campaign, an email campaign that was sent out to promote Uber upfront fares. I'm not sure if they knew that part. Right, I'm sure they just signed up for the yearbook. But what Uber does then is probably without their permission, uses their face and their achievements to market something. It's just how sly how they are. All right, my friends, I wish you well. Have a great day. Make sure you have a dash cam, a display ride, by the way. I endorse this product. Every single trip, every conversation in the car gets uploaded into a cloud, so you can always fall back on it. Go and check out GigRocket, sign up for the private chauffeur course, use the code HELP, HELP20, and start your own company today and become a true independent contractor and put 100% of those fares in your pocket. Shout out to all of these wonderful 15 individuals, guys and girls. I salute you. Great job. Thank you for everyone that came into the stream. Scott, Liam, maybe hit a thumbs up as you leave. We have 31 likes. And I wish you all a great evening. God bless you all. Please be safe out there. Dietmar, let's get together. You're in my city. Always enjoy Dietmar's input. Great feedback from Dietmar because he's out there, he's hustling every single day in LA and give you someone to really ask about the LA. Smash it, smash the like button. There it is. Have fun, guys, and be safe. Thank you. And submit your face and your achievements for the yearbook 2022-2023. Peace out. God bless you all.